Hi everybody, my name is Cheryl Pena. I wrote the novella The House of Wynne Lived, and today I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about my writing process on that novella and see if we can just get some of the questions that you guys might have out of the way. So initially the House of Wynne Lived, the novella, was started about 30 years ago. I know I've mentioned that. I woke up from a nap and I had the title in my head, and I just enjoy writing, so I was just going to write it for fun. I never thought I would get it published or anything like that ever. So this was, again, about 30 years ago. I'm 50 years old now. So I had this idea that I would just write off and on, and just however long it took is how long it took. And I would write on it a little bit, I'd put it away for a few years, and then maybe just pick it up again just because I got bored or whatever, and I'd start to write it again, and then I'd put it away for a few years. And I guess I just had this point where I was unemployed and just really feeling like I needed a change and I wanted to be creative. And I thought, well, let me just finish it so I can say I finished it. And then I told a friend, I just mentioned it, hey, I finished this novella I've been writing for 30 years. And she wanted to read it. And I thought, well, nobody's ever asked to read anything I wrote. But I thought, well, she's a good friend, so she'll probably be nice about it if she doesn't like it. And she said she loved it. She said, you should get this published. I couldn't put it down. And I thought, well, nobody's going to say yes, but I thought, well, let's try it. Why not? It can't hurt. All the worst they can say is no. And I sent it to a couple of publishers. One of them, they said no initially, but they did consider it for a long time. And their reason for saying no was that they primarily publish sci-fi. And this is a suspense thriller, so I'm really surprised they considered it for that long. But I thought, well, maybe if I target my search a little better, somebody will say yes. And I sent it to an online literary magazine, a Canadian online literary magazine called the Scarlet Leaf Review, and she said yes. And I actually printed out the email and framed it on my wall because I'm just that weird. But she actually, said yes, and they were great. The magazine is actually really good. It has a lot of new writers as well as established writers, and you should check it out if you haven't already. But eventually I sent it to another publisher. I sent it to World Castle Publishing, and they said yes. And they offered me the contract, so I signed it, and they've been great. They worked on the cover for me very, very quickly, and Karen Fuller actually did a really wonderful job with this. I thought, I had this image in my head of what I wanted it to look like, and she just knocked it out of the park. It's actually a little bit prettier than I imagined even, and the typeface she picked for the inside, the font, everything is just perfect. It's beautiful. So if you haven't already gotten this, you're welcome to do so. I would love it if you did, actually. You can get it in paperback format at some indie booksellers, and you can also get it in paperback format on Amazon, but you can buy it in ebook format if that's something that you prefer. And I know that there is a list of indie bookstores on IndieBound that you can check and see if it has, if it's available any stores in your area. And that way, if you want to buy it in a smaller bookstore, you can support one of them. Also, you can get it at some of the larger ones. I have a list on my website. It's just called CherylPena.com. And you can get information there about any upcoming releases or about, just anything. I have trying to get a book tour schedule, but that's still in the works. Hopefully it will happen soon. Anyway, so if I have any upcoming appearances or anything like that, I will post them on there as well, and I'll try to update you guys on YouTube as well. And if you have any questions or anything, you're welcome to post them in the comments or on my website, and I will be happy to answer them for you. That's it for now. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon.